Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of the Dragon's Lair. I'm actually going to be doing my least favorite fountain pens video finally. There's only one problem is that I don't remember the names of a few of the fountain pens, and trying to find them online, I haven't been able to find them. So if you know the names of them, please send me an email. I'll put the email link down below. First of all, I want to say that these are my least favorite, and I've used them more than once, but I don't like the way they feel or they write. And I'm going to start off with this one. This is one of my first ones from when I was in high school. And the reason I don't like it because the cap doesn't stay on, and the ink cartridges hardly ever stay in, and it's got a really fine point. And when I did write with this, I actually wrote like this for the ink to come out instead of normal. Other than that, yeah, I don't use this one anymore. I just keep it in my collection because it's one of my oldest. The next one I do know the name of. It's a Langstive Jinhua 159. I mean, sorry. And the reason I don't like it is that it's thick and it's way too heavy. And if I write like I normally write, like this, it gives my hand a cramp. And even if I write like this way, it still gives me a cramp. I don't like the thick, heavy, round pens. This one is very thick. It's a nice pen. It writes smooth. It's just that I'm not a big fan of how big it is. And it is quite heavy too. The next one is this. These have very weird nibs. This one I found off Amazon, and I wanted to try it out. And I went through two of them because everything is light plastic, from the screw part to everything. I do like the idea that you can see the ink going, when you're done, but if you screw it too hard or just put it in your travel bag, it could snap in half, and that's what happened with my first one. My first one was a red one, and it snapped right at the base. And it just feels weird because when you're holding it, your hands indent into the vein window because there's no actual plastic covering the windows. It's just all the way through. Here, I'll take one of my calligraphy brushes. See? It goes all the way through. So, and I was trying to find my back orders of these, but I couldn't find it on there. And at one time I did know the name of this, and I can't for the life of me find it now. And the next one is, I've only got 4. I don't actually have 5 least favorite fountain pens. And I don't have any honorable mentions. Except, yeah, I do have honorable mention, and I'll talk about that later. Sorry. Is this one. This is another thick one, and it just does not fit right in my hand. And I'm not too fond of the nib. Sorry. It's been a long week. So I do like the idea that it does have a screw cap, but it's just not. And it's got a little bit of weight to it, but not an all-in-all great pin that I've used. Okay, as I said, I do have honorable mentions, and they're honorable mentions in the case that you can't really resupply them. These are all my disposable ones, so the only reason I don't use these a lot, I use these if I have to travel or do something, because then I don't have to worry about ink cartridges. But they all have one style of nib, and they dry out quick if you don't use them a lot, and it's kind of hard to wash the nib. And then when they dry out and you can't get them to write again, you just throw them away and buy another one. So, but for the purpose of being at work or travel, they do write. Oh. And they also leak a little when you don't use them out for a while. That's a new one. I've never had that happen before. But I've got a set of Pilot Varsity fountain pens, which were my first disposable fountain pen. And then I have Thorson Office Supply Novice fountain pens, which are don't get me wrong, the disposable fountain pens are good for novices and young people that want to get into writing with the fountain pens. And then my other set is Zebra fountain pens. And that's the one problem, is all three of these fountain pens have the same style of nib. But those are the honorable mentions. I guess I could do a fifth one. I bought these just because to show my geeky side on my fountain pens. Are the Darth Vader and the Yoda one. They're okay, but they don't write real well. No, this one probably doesn't have any ink in it anyway. Yeah, oh, ink's all gone. But I got them just because they're Star Wars fountain pens. That's just kind of cool. So I guess those would be my fifth one. And I got these on clearance at Office Depot or Office Max. And I can't remember the name of them. The company. I'm sorry. Should have done better on this video. It's been a while, and I should have just looked up the pens a little while ago and kept looking. But other than that, those are my 5 least fountain pens and the honorable mentions. Pretty soon I'll be doing a new unboxing of my Trivay Incredible box. That'll be probably coming in 2 weeks, since it's the end of the month. So stay tuned for that. And check back, and I'm going to start doing other videos on other things besides unboxings. I just haven't figured out what yet. I did some videos on G.I. Joe collecting. I could probably do some videos on like historical things, items that some people probably don't know, like this. This is called an ear spoon, and if you've never heard of one, look it up. The Vikings used them, and they're really cool. So, thank you, and stay tuned. Check out my videos, and like I said, if you know the names of any of these fountain pens, please email me, and I'll talk about them on the next video. Thank you.